So we do product development here, so that's why I'm wanting to kind of tap into this with you guys. Obviously, you're doing it at a large scale and doing all the manufacturing generally as much as you can in-house, I'm sure. Um, but my question is, how do you identify opportunity and prioritize, new product development within the company? And that's mainly, I guess, to Mike Sanders, probably.
Yeah, that's a good question, Zach. So I'd like to break it down into maybe two different sections there. One, how we identify those new product trends through different avenues. I would say the first one would be probably competitive landscape analysis. We'll look at not only our offerings, but our competitors' offerings, and then we'll kind of create that white space to allow us to see, what they have and what we don't have. And at that point, it gives us those holes or white spaces that we can build opportunity upon. The second one would probably be customer feedback. We've touched on that, and industry needs. Engine builders, car builders, everybody along that line, as they offer feedback to us, we'll work with the consumer, with the customer to develop a product. 100%. We feel that's one of the best ways to do it because we get their insight and we have our technological capability here to actually produce the product. So it's a win-win for us, the customer, and the industry. The third one would be like SEMA market reports. So SEMA market reports are a great way to pinpoint high revenue categories. If you are all in touch with that, I'm on the MPMC Select Committee. We looking at those market reports, it breaks it down really in good detail, shows different markets that you can tap into and focus on. And I'd say last would be just a passion to understand the unknown through R&D. We want to create technological achievement. That way of thinking, it creates new products on accident sometimes through failure analysis. So we're constantly doing R&D, pushing things to the extreme for that to fail it, and then figure out what we can do to make it better. And then from there, we can develop new products and create new technology for the industry. And I would say the second side of this, how we prioritize new product development, generally it's through revenue opportunity. Revenue opportunity is something we're all looking at from a business perspective. It's some of those are a little more complex as well, the higher in revenue opportunity you get to. So essentially, you're going to want to kick those projects off first to make sure that you have, one, a good return on investment, and two, you have the time to get them done and release them by the date that's required for it. I would say a second one to look at there would be time to market. Time to market, you can't always win the big ones, so you got to kind of balance it between the small wins and the big wins. So if we can develop smaller products that support our larger products or other products in the industry, those are those quick small wins that we can make and release quite fast. And I would say last to answer that would be cost. So our product management team does a really good job at developing business plans and business cases that allow uh, the executive team here to really evaluate what is the best direction for our business. So with those detailed reports, it gives us not only forecast, market previews, how many vehicles, how many engines are out there in the market. And once you start to collectively get all that information together, you can make good business decisions for your company. And at that point, if it looks like it's a good market, well, let's start developing into it. Let's buy a vehicle. Let's start looking at what the needs are in the industry and start creating that. So that's hopefully that answers your question.
It did. I have a little elaboration on that too.
Yeah.
When you do all that research, you go and you support the tooling costs and you do whatever it takes to get it to market. Do you find that there's kind of a trend associated with the success of that product? Meaning, like, is it out the gate just a huge success usually for you guys, or is it like a slow burn and the momentum builds, or what do you kind of find when you bring something out? Also,
Yeah, so that, yeah, that's something we experience. So the way I look at it and view it, we kind of take a crawl, walk, run approach to it. So I usually track new products within a 24-month period. That first 6 months to a year, really you're getting through the crawl and the walk stage. You're starting to gain marketing momentum. You're getting people to take it through a prototype development phase where they're driving it, giving good feedback, you're making adjustments on the fly. And then that second year after that, all that momentum's there is really where you target the majority of your marketing campaign and you start to make real sales. So yeah, it's definitely a crawl, walk, run approach for us.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.